You have a voice in your head. It's the one reading these words right now. But have you ever stopped to ask, who is the one listening to that voice? This gap, this tiny space of awareness that almost everyone misses, is the single most important thing you will ever learn about yourself. And 99% of people will go their entire lives without ever noticing it. I'm not talking about a hidden talent or a secret personality trait. I'm talking about the fundamental mechanism of your consciousness, the difference between your thinking mind and your aware self. And understanding this difference changes everything. The default mode for almost everyone is to be completely identified with the stream of thoughts running through their mind. We don't hear a thought like, "That was a stupid thing to say," as a mere mental event. We accept it as a statement of fact, a truth about who we are. This is the trap. We are so fused with the internal narration that we mistake it for our entire identity. Our reality becomes limited to the stories our mind tells us, whether they are about the past, the future, or our own self-worth. We are so engrossed in the plot of the movie, the drama, the fears, the desires, that we forget we are the screen upon which it's all being projected. The screen is silent, stable, and always present, while the movie is just a series of changing images. This fundamental confusion is the root of so much of our unnecessary suffering. When a wave of anxiety comes, we don't see it as a temporary wave. We feel we are drowning in an ocean with no shore. We get caught in loops of rumination, replaying conversations and events, because we believe that if we just think hard enough, the thought stream will produce a solution, when often it only deepens the problem. Self-doubt isn't questioned. It's accepted as a final verdict. This is why we can feel so powerless against our own minds. We are trying to solve the problem from within the problem itself, using the very thoughts that are causing the distress. We believe the storm of our thoughts is our entire being, and so the idea of a calm, quiet center untouched by the chaos never even occurs to us. But what if you could step out of the storm? The good news is that you can, and the doorway is closer than you think. It doesn't require any special skills, just a shift in your attention. Let's try a simple experiment right now. Just for a moment, close your eyes if you feel comfortable doing so. Now, I want you to deliberately generate a thought. Think to yourself, "I am sitting in a chair." Okay, good. Now, I want you to ask yourself a very simple question. Who was aware of that thought? Who noticed the sentence, "I am sitting in a chair," appear in your mind? That sense of noticing, that silent awareness that witnessed the thought come and go, is the most important thing you can ever discover about yourself. That awareness is not another thought. It is something deeper, a fundamental part of your consciousness that is always there, simply observing. This is the crucial distinction. On one hand, you have your thinking mind. This is the incredible tool that generates that endless stream of thoughts, judgments, stories, and memories. It's fantastic for planning your day or solving a puzzle, but it makes for a terrible master when it runs unchecked. On the other hand, you have your aware self. This is the conscious space, the silent witness that can observe the thinking mind at work without getting tangled up in its content. Your thoughts are temporary. They come, they go, they change. A happy thought can be replaced by a sad one in an instant. But the aware self, the you that is noticing all of this, is constant. It is the stable, unchanging background against which the entire drama of your mind plays out. You are not the voice in your head. You are the one who hears it. This realization is not just a philosophical insight. It is a profound shift in perspective that grants you a newfound freedom. When you stop identifying as the voice in your head and start recognizing yourself as the awareness behind it, you introduce a critical space for choice. An angry thought is no longer a command that forces you to react. It becomes a passing event that you can observe. You can notice, there is anger. Feel its energy in your body without being consumed by it. and watch it gradually lose its power as it arises and, crucially, passes away. This ability to witness your emotions without immediately fusing with them is the very foundation of emotional intelligence and genuine resilience. The practical benefits of this shift touch every aspect of your life. Your anxiety and stress begin to lose their grip because you stop treating every worrisome thought as an undeniable truth. You can see a thought like, "This is going to be a disaster," for what it is, just a thought, a possibility, not a prophecy. This leads to dramatically better decision-making. Instead of being hijacked by a momentary emotion and reacting impulsively, you create a pause that allows you to respond from a place of conscious awareness, considering your options with clarity. This even transforms your relationships. When you can sit with someone and listen, you are no longer merely waiting for your turn to speak while your own internal commentary runs rampant. You can truly hear them because you are not completely lost in your own mental chatter. You are present, and that presence is the greatest gift you can offer another person. The beauty of this discovery is that it's not just a concept to understand. It's a skill to be cultivated. The space between you and your thoughts is like a muscle, and the more you exercise it, the stronger and more natural it becomes. The goal isn't to empty your mind or stop thinking. That's impossible. The goal is simply to notice the process of thinking itself, which fundamentally changes your relationship to it. You can start building this skill with something as simple as the notice and name game. Several times throughout your day, just pause for a single breath and turn your attention inward. Notice what your mind is doing. Is it rehashing a past conversation? Silently label it replaying. Is it anxiously imagining a future event? Gently note worrying. Is it making a to-do list? Acknowledge it as planning. This simple act of labeling creates a tiny but critical gap between you and the mental activity, reinforcing that you are the observer, not the thought itself. Another powerful method is to dedicate just a few minutes each day to formal mindfulness meditation. Sit quietly and focus your attention on the physical sensation of your breath. Your mind will wander. That's exactly what minds do. The entire practice is in the moment you notice it has wandered. Without judgment, you gently guide your attention back to the breath. This is not a failure. It is the repetition of the most important rep in the mental gym. Noticing you are lost in thought and returning to awareness. Finally, practice taking a 10-second pause before reacting in stressful situations. In that pause, take a breath and ask yourself a powerful question. What is the thought behind this feeling? This immediately shifts you from being overwhelmed by an emotion to becoming curious about the thought that triggered it, moving you from being trapped in the storm to observing it from a place of calm. So, the fundamental truth that 99% of people never notice is that you are not the voice in your head. You are the one who hears it. This is not just an interesting philosophical idea to ponder. It is a practical, accessible skill that, when cultivated, can fundamentally transform your relationship with your own mind and, by extension, your entire life. Remember this: you are the sky. Everything else, your thoughts, your feelings, your anxieties, your joys, is just the weather passing through. Storms may roll in, dark clouds may gather, but the sky itself remains vast, untouched, and unchanging. And just like the weather, no matter how intense it seems, every mental and emotional state will eventually pass. If this perspective resonated with you, if it offered a moment of clarity, then hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. I create videos like this to help untangle the complexities of the mind, and I am genuinely curious to hear about your experience. Was this a new distinction for you? Let me know in the comments below if you tried the exercise of noticing the awareness behind your thoughts and what you discovered. Your insights are incredibly valuable. And if you want to see how to apply this skill in a very direct way, in the next video, we'll explore how to use this very awareness to identify the triggers of a bad habit and break it for good. Until then, practice noticing the sky.